In a previous lesson, we discussed the Quakers and their adherence to pacifism. This is reflected by the policy set in place in the Pennsylvania colony. Due to his Quaker beliefs, William Penn refused to allow the creation of a standing army to fight the Indians. Rather than take the natives' lands via conquest, William Penn preferred to maintain peaceful relations with the nearby tribes and purchase the land from them. For this reason, Pennsylvania had vastly fewer conflicts in its early days than most of the other colonies. This is not to say that conflicts didn't happen. There were occasional Indian raids which destroyed Pennsylvanian towns, mainly in the western frontier. There was also notably two border disputes with the other colonies. Firstly, from the 1690s to 1767, there was a border dispute with Maryland known as Cresap's War, named after Marylander land agent Thomas Cresap. The dispute was eventually settled by Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon, who established a modern boundary. This is why Pennsylvania's southern border is often referred to as the Mason-Dixon line. There was also the Yankee-Pennamite War, a series of conflicts surrounding lands in northern Pennsylvania which were claimed by Connecticut, which lasted from 1769 to 1794. Despite these conflicts being referred to as, quote, wars, it should be noted that they consisted of only a few minor skirmishes over the course of several decades. In both, there were very few casualties. The first major war to be fought in Pennsylvania was the French and Indian War. Many key battles were fought on what would become Pennsylvania soil. This includes the Battle of Fort Necessity, one of the earliest battles of the war, which was fought between French troops and a small militia force led by then-Colonel George Washington. This is the only battle in his entire military career where George Washington surrendered. Another notable battle that took place in what is now Pennsylvania is the Battle of the Monongahela. The Battle of the Monongahela was a battle at a fort near modern-day Pittsburgh between the forces of General Edward Braddock, the British commander of the North American Theater, and a large group of Native Americans who were aligned with the French. The battle was a disaster for the British forces, with General Braddock being killed along with 900 of the 1,400 British troops present. It was the second worst defeat to Native Americans in American history.